Lift off!
Live.
Anyway, that
from
is
a
why you
mobile
should never
HPG
use hemorrhoid
dropship.
cream against acne.
That is an appropriate thing to say. Good Lord.
Okay, that's a great way to start.
I was trying to do a sick newsman intro, and I get something about acne. What?
And hemorrhoid cream.
The read
God, I
went
go
too
through that
long.
shit.
The read went too long.
There we go. Hey, welcome in, everyone. I don't know how many people will show up. I don't know who's doing what. We will see. It's daylight savings time for some people, not daylight savings time for some other. So it gets weird. I know. We have a book to talk about today. Well, technically two. That's like 1 and 15% different. Something along those lines. But we have a new book, and we have some CGL news. Very tragic news if you haven't caught it.
Sorry to say, Tanky, your girl's gone.
Yeah,
okay.
Sorry, your future ex-wife is no longer working for CGL.
I ran that meme into the ground. Yes, she wasn't my future ex-wife. That is in fact Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay.
Actually, Lana Del Rey and I have reconciled our toxic on-again, off-again relationship, and Stephanie Germanato approves of Sabrina. So, Rim was just my piggy. She was just my little road piggy. I happened to be in town, call her up. You know, it is what it is.
She see her leaving message is also like it almost seems scripted more than serious.
Yes.
I don't feel bad for her leaving and losing her meal ticket. Literally, that's literally what it was. It was a meal ticket. So I'd want to feel bad for her, but knowing that what she did to the Battletech community, I'm not as sure. I'm really all that saddened to see her go. Anyway, it's not like her news days were interesting or good. She
that was just a break from her doing her OnlyFans in her bed.
Let's try not to think of that. But she is gone apparently. She's still going to contract with them, so we're probably going to be seeing like a few posts and a few things still related to her, especially related to the Kickstarters that they keep doing. But they haven't done any Kickstarters recently either. So
they have to fulfill half.
They have to fulfill half of them. That probably doesn't help because they are not moving at this pace they would want to move, probably. As does anyone know if the Voltron stuff is moving?
They had Voltron stuff?
Yeah, they have Voltron an RPG.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I think that's a no.
I think that's a no, yeah.
What, has Leviathans actually shipped, or have they been saying
some
that
people have some people have received them, some stores have received them. I've seen them in the wild. I've seen pictures of the stuff. It looks, I'll be mean, it looks mediocre. Because
does it look like it's from 15 years ago?
No, it looks plastic. It looks okay-ish. It's not bad. The problem really is with Leviathan that there's 3 other games doing the exact same thing. So why would I go with Leviathan that I don't even know if they're still going to have support for it when there's 3 other games doing the same, World War I big boats thing, either in the sky or in the water. There's one game that's all in the water, but I mean, is it that different? I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of things with altitude being a thing in Leviathan.
It's too crunchy for them anymore.
So I had doubts. And I mean, there's other games like it. There's one where the Japanese have a giant Kraken ship. It's the one that's really water based. It's not really. It's got flying ships, but it's got like special modern kind of things. And they've got like a Kraken submarine thing. I think it's the Japanese that have that. It looked pretty cool, but I know I'm never going to be playing it with anyone, so no point in me buying it.
Sounds very Red Alert.
Yes. It does. But look cool.
Japanese and tentacles. That's that. Oh, Rule 34 adjacent.
Yeah. Poor boats. But then again, boats. The boats are a completely different thing nowadays with Azure Lane being a thing.
All right.
Us gacha guys knows what I'm talking about.
Enterprise, engage.
All right. Do we have other news coming up? Well, they did say that they were going to repackage some boxes. So I have a feeling there might be some reprint stuff coming in, but those reprints will be at the new price and not the old price. So the boxes you were getting for like $25 5 years ago are probably going to go for about 40 now. But at least you'll be able to get, an Inner Sphere Command Lance, something along those lines here.
Don't forget the Clan Invasion is now OOP.
Yeah,
not bad, y'all.
Clan Invasion is out of print, but what they're probably going to do is going to take the models from that box and sell them individually. Well, not individually.
In a force pack. They've already said they're going to do a force pack.
According to, wait, am I live? Can y'all hear me?
You are live? Yeah.
Oh, cool. No, according to what Hell Memory Core put out and the condensation of Tuesday Newsday information, apparently it's going to be called the Clan Battle Star. Is going to be the Executioner, the Timberwolf, the Mongrel, the Nova, and the Adder. No Elementals.
Well, the Elementals are extra. And anyways, the Elemental boxes...
They said they're going to redo the Elemente. Or the Elementals and the Inner Spear Lance since they're shit.
Which is...
their mold problems, yeah.
I mean, I guess if it's assuming it's a steel diecast mold, or a steel tool, they should be able to use a harder, GW plastic. Or a harder GW, whatever plastic it is GW uses, or possibly even whatever plastic it is Bandai uses on Gundam.
But the Chinese company they contract for it does not use that plastic.
Yeah,
I will say, check Amazon 2 weeks before it's supposed to release to see if it turns up there.
Mm-hmm.
As I've been priming and getting stuff ready to go, it is. I see what you guys are saying about the quality because, like, I just primed a Hunchback from the previous
wave
run. Yeah, from the previous run wave, whatever. Really good, very nice panel lines, well defined details. Firestarter, on the other hand. Lumpy dumpy.
Yeah.
It's like the engraving does not go as deep as it used to.
But then I look at the Kurita Command Lance, and the Kurita Command Lance is like the best they've done so far.
Mm-hmm. That's called paying for Chinese service. When you're dealing with Chinese companies, you get what you pay for. Always. Yeah. So if you're trying to undercut them, they will still accept your bid, but they'll give you even shittier quality. So that's probably what they did for that wave after the Mercenaries box.
Yeah.
For the Mercenaries box and the boxes after that. And the current wave that they're starting here with the Kurita Lances and stuff like that, they probably had to go around and say like, okay, no, we're going to pay you a little bit more per model. Give us the quality we had before. That's probably what happened. I'm just guessing here. It's a spitball here. It's not. Don't quote me on that. But that's what I feel is going on.
I'm just tired of hearing people say we can't do injection molding en masse in the United States. That is a patented lie, because I have a customer that I deliver empty racks to that does injection molding right here in the heart of Dixie, Alabama.
There was a little while here in the U.S. where it was cheaper to do your crappy plastic in the U.S. than in China. So yes, we can still do it.
And by the way, speaking of crappy plastic, these people are doing the injection molding for BMW, Mercedes-Benz. They do like 20,000 units and then ship it over to Europe. And they also do but they also do the popcorn bowls and commemorative drink cups for the movies.
Oh, I was going to say they probably don't even ship it to overseas because the biggest BMW plant is actually in North Carolina.
The guy did tell me that they do ship. They will get like a bunch of containers and stuff, load them onto the train, and then they go down to Savannah or wherever it is they ship to. So
no, it's probably
they
for the European plants that they do that.
Yes, but we do have a Honda plant in Lincoln, Alabama. We have a Kia plant just across the state line in Georgia, and we do have Mercedes-Benz in Tuscaloosa. So, of course, Toyota and blah blah blah. We can manufacture here. Point is, we can do injection molding in the U.S. If we can do car parts and popcorn buckets, so you can get your Fleshlight Dune Worm, why can't we make robots?
Another thing that you can do in the U.S. It says right here, printed in China. Why the fuck are you printing your books in China?
They've been printing them in China forever.
No, because this one here, which is 10 years old, printed in the USA.
Because I remember they used to have to get some product drop shipped in for Gen Con.
Oh, that is possible for some stuff, but I'm just comparing. Well, technically the same book, to be honest. This one says printed in Canada, printed in US. This one says printed in China. And I was going to say printed in Canada. Well, there's a shitload of printing companies in Canada, excluding the people making all the Marvel comics and all the DC comics are like an hour and a half from where I live.
Yeah. The real reason is that they're communist and hate America.
I was not going to say it. But
it's okay. Those of us who are American and have that little free speech thing, we'll say it for you. Well, I don't have to worry about the Mounties kicking down my door because I sent out a bad tweet.
I'm not in Britain yet. I'm not in Britain yet, at least.
Yet.
Hang on. I'll just add it complimentary to the end of that sentence, and then the Mounties won't kick down my door.
All right.
But yeah.
Well, pleasantries aside, what's up with this book?
Well, it is
reprint.
Let's say 90% of a reprint of this particular book, which came out 10 years ago. So
I never even saw it.
It's not a common
failed
book,
product
however.
line.
It is not a common book. It is from a failed product line. The combat manuals didn't sell like they wanted them to. It's the last combat manual that they do.
What was the issue with the combat manuals that they didn't sell?
Battletech was dead.
Okay.
This was the 2010 to 2015 period. So their print runs were anemic to begin with, and these books did not sell.
The other thing about these books is that their Combat Manual Mercenaries was far, far from as good as the what was it? Not Force Manual, because that's Field Manual Mercenaries that they had released earlier.
Yeah.
Field Manual Mercenaries was actually a very good book.
The combat manuals were supposed to be the Alpha Strike version of the field manuals because they didn't want to take the time to do new field manuals.
But the field manuals at least covered until Civil War, at least. These
because I remember the Free Worlds League field manual. Because I believe the field manuals were published pre-Total Warfare, but they were moving towards Total Warfare. So I remember, and they were also before TRO 3067. So like the Lyran field manual, you got like the Fafnir.
Yep.
The Free Worlds League one, you've got like light Gauss rifles being shown off,
and the Perseus or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, Perseus.
So leave basically, my boy the Perseus alone.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say anything about it. It's just like I want to say Field Manual Free Worlds League was dated 3057, 3058, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Lyran was like 3060. Because I think it touched on Katrina kicking Yvonne out of New Avalon. Barely.
Yeah.
And then I think Davian was next. Field Manual Capellian Confederation completed the Capellian trilogy, which was the 2 novels, and then the end result, which was supposed to be a 3rd novel, turned out to be the Field Manual.
Well, I mean, it's not a bad thing to have a field manual.
Right. No, but it was the whole taking St. Ives.
Mm-hmm. So the previous wave of book was superior to the wave of book that they were releasing with combat manuals.
Right.
An Alpha Strike source book. Now we have Force Manual, a faction force building source book. Okay, it's a thing.
Hard to build a faction when mercenaries aren't technically a faction, but go off, Queen.
First thing before even that, like, what the hell do you mean by a faction force building source book? What does that even mean? You're in Battletech. The factions are already exist. Things are already set. There's no force building.
Games Workshop kind of has a copyright trademark on codex, so we can't necessarily call it a codex.
They could have done field report.
Yeah.
Well, they actually did field reports for SLDF era and not Ill Clan, Jihad.
Field reports were not great books either, but they had new stuff. That's the big thing. They had new stuff, which
they were basically PDF add-ons to the
era
field
report.
manuals. Yeah.
Okay.
Word salad to make red line go up.
This just tells me
the red line go up. Yeah, that's.
We've got too many books doing the exact same thing but slightly different.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it makes sense that you would have like different era type books and stuff. I'm down with that. I'm fine with that. It's basically akin to Dungeons and Dragons, and they're like different setting campaign guide book things, which is cool because not everyone wants to play in Eberron. I like Eberron, but not everyone wants to play in Eberron. Not everyone wants to play in this, that, the other. Not everyone wants to play in Clan Invasion. Not everyone wants to play in Jihad. But can we at least have like a standardization of the product?
Well, at least these force manuals. Well, no, they're not even standardized because Force Manual Davion went up to Clan Invasion. Force Manual Kurita went to start of Clan Invasion, and this goes to right after the Clan Invasion, and by that I mean 3052. I don't mean start of Civil War there or Operation Guerrero. I'm speaking after Battle of Tukuyid.
Okay, I've been saying that they've needed to do a field manual for 3048 just to cover everything before Clan Invasion. Pure and simple. That should be a product that they need to get out there because it's the one thing they're actually lacking. And probably something for Third Succession War, just to appease the coders. Yeah.
But I thought the Rita book went to 3052 as well, because there's some units in there that, like the ones that fought on Luthien, it gave you the option to bring certain clan mechs as long as they were elite pilots and rares.
I'd have to recheck it. But it was far more like, this is what we have at the start of the Clan Invasion. That's how I felt when I read through it, at least. Well, this is right after Tukuyid. It's not standardized. That's what I mean with what you were saying here. It's not standardized still. It kind of wants to look standardized, but it's not quite standardized.
Why would it be? I will interject.
We will discuss the cover quickly here. It is, as Fubel said, the exact same cover. We've got Natasha, we've got a Marauder, we've got a Crusader, we've got a Griffin. We don't see the Crusader here, at least, but we see the Griffin, we see the Marauder, we see Natasha, we see a Shadowhawk trying to shoot at her, and it's still the new school Shadowhawk here because you see that it has the PGI look and the PGI built-in missile launcher rather than the shoulder launcher. So it is pretty much the same cover. There is a problem that I see with this cover. I don't know if anybody else caught it, but I caught it because I'm a filthy mech tech.
What's that in the corner?
Which corner?
Under Mercenaries to the right, there's another mech.
That's the Griffin.
Okay.
That's a Griffin. That's a Crusader. That's Natasha's Warhammer. That's the Marauder.
Right.
But there is a problem in the title card. What mech is this? Armor.
That's
Do you
an
know
Atlas.
which mech that is?
It's the Creed
Akuma.
one, isn't it?
It's an Akuma.
What do you say, Armor?
Isn't it? It's the Kuridan one.
It's a Kuridan one. It is the Akuma. You know what the problem this has in this particular situation?
It wasn't even made.
It wasn't made. First, it's not a mech that is available in the book. And two, the Akuma is not sold to mercenaries.
It's a Cretan mech. Yeah, they're not selling it to you.
Well, there's the thing. It's an independence mech. It won't be called the Akuma when they sell it to you and you're a merc. They will call it something else.
The Akula.
No, I usually call it the Black Demon.
You didn't have to go and sucker punch me with the Dune fleshlight popcorn bucket. What did I ever do to you, Icarus?
Some of the buckets are really cool, but that Dune one was something.
What the fuck were they thinking?
All right.
I bet he thought that was a good idea.
Honestly, it is a really weird popcorn bucket, and everybody that has it says it's really weird. So let's just go with that. The table of content is pretty much the same. The credits are pretty much the same, by the way.
Does it at least have an index?
No. Why would it have an index?
I'm so tired. I'm so because I was using the Battle Mech manual the other day, and I said, okay, I'll just go to the index and look for fire. Where the fuck is the index?
Sorry.
It's not as bad as an old school White Wolf book. Okay. Original White Wolf book from the first wave when they were making a Vampire first edition, Werewolf.
Yeah.
First edition. They didn't even have a table of content.
Oh God.
So see,
I mean, call me a boomer. Call me a boomer who paid a little bit of attention in school or a Gen Xer or whatever, but like I would at least like my books to have a table of contents because I'm not going to be using the PDFs. I'm going to be using the books more than the PDFs. So I can't just type in the search bar for the thing, you know?
I was going to say, Patanki, unfortunately, you are on the other side of that hill.
But I do think indexes are useful. What was that?
Yeah, I was agreeing with Tanky there. We need to this is bare minimum. Well, and you can say, well, the White Wolf, it wasn't as bad as the White Wolf. Well, so what? I mean, World War II Italy wasn't quote unquote as bad as the other nations, but come on, guys, like this is bare minimum here.
True.
So forgive me
One day
for
we're
having
not
a
even going to.
standard.
One day, a table of contents isn't even going to be standard. You're just going to crack the book open and start reading. Well, no.
Yes.
I mean,
well, you can't control F when you print it on paper.
Exactly.
Who's printing on paper?
I would like to know what the numbers are between PDF sales and paper sales. And I'm not sure it is on the PDF side, at least not for source books. For novels, I am 100% sure the novel sells more on PDF electronic than source books. But for source books, I'm pretty sure people still would prefer the paper copies.
This is how they get us.
I will say the handiness of the PDF is that, okay, I'm running Quad Vs for the first time. I don't feel like dragging interstellar operations to game day. What do? Find the Quad V rules, print range, those 2 pages, boom. Got them.
I'm going to go even futuristic more. Just carry a freaking tablet with you.
Man, do you think I'm made out of money?
You're deep pocket Tanky. Of course you're made of money.
Man, I was just funning. I'm actually broke. I'm broke as hell right now.
Welcome to the club.
Yep. Friday.
Yeah. See, this is how they get us. We outsource our printing to China, so nobody prints anything in the United States. We get rid of all indexes. We get rid of all the ability to find any kind of information
my God.
on paper. Then all of a sudden an EMP drops, and then we're in the Stone Age. Thank you, China.
Hey, let's find us online. Do we have a Twitter?
They don't use it.
This they don't use. This
Where's the
they
blue
don't
sky?
Use. And are they dead naming Twitter?
Yes.
They're dead naming Twitter. If I
Where's
was
the blue
Elon Musk,
sky?
I would sue the heck out of CGL.
What does it say in combat manual?
Same thing.
Oh.
They copy pasted it. It's a copy paste.
Oh my God.
The only thing they changed was printed.
The only thing that they changed here is the 2016 to 2025.
Oh my God. And by the way, good luck getting on their Facebook page if you've been blocked or banned.
Oh, forget it. You can't discuss anything on their Facebook page.
Where's the blue sky at? And where's the Reddit? Where's the Instagram? Where's the rest of their social media?
They copy pasted it. Come on, that would have been too much work. That book was already 6 months late. That would have added 2 to 3 months to things, adding two lines here, one for Instagram and one for which they actually do use. Well, did use. Now that Rem's gone.
Hey, there's his name missing from, what's the old layout? I just want to see something. Okay. Layout. Okay,
they added another Mark Aiden into design and layouts. So that's the guy who added a few the boxes with the terrible rules.
Okay. No, I was just gonna ask because our good friend and buddy on Twitter,
no, he doesn't work. He doesn't work on those books. He worked on Ilkhan Eyes Only, which was terrible, and he's working on the MUL 2 that was supposed to be out last year.
Last year, aren't you being generous?
No, it was supposed to be summer last year. You had promised it summer last year. So they're late just a year on that. They're going to be late at least a year on that. And on this book, they were late 6 months. And okay, well, let's start from the top. Filthy Plight. Okay, that's the name of the story they put in there. Okay. Yep. What's the name of the story they put in this one? Oh, it's Filthy Plight. They changed the typeface and they added the marking for the date at the top. There has been major changes that probably took at least 2 weeks to get that done.
From my understanding, from people who did layout from this, CGL has been using digital layout since like 2005. This should not be that hard. This should have been done in like a day.
The art is different between the things. This particular book will have a whole lot of those painted digital assets. That's what you're going to be seeing quite a bit of in it. Are they bad? You have to like Shimmering Sword. That's literally it. You have to like Bishop Steiner's stuff and Shimmy's stuff. If you don't, you're not going to like it, what you're going to see in it. The logos for the different faction and different units, well, those are well established, so let's not dig into that too much. Some of the things that they've built are okay, like this piece of art is decent with the Stinger and that's an SRM carrier or an LRM carrier?
LRM.
I need to count the number of holes.
Yeah. The hole is the goal. No, that's the LRM carrier because the launchers are kind of they've flat, designed the LRM carrier to have some sort of weird crank in it. It slopes a little bit to the sides.
The Stinger's pretty cool. I find the Stinger there really cool, but it does show you that.
I was gonna say I just don't like the border. I mean,
yeah, all the art bits that you have in this one has this little that's fuzzy, bloody border around it. I'm not sure why they did that. and I'm not sure. No, I know it doesn't. It doesn't look good. It doesn't. It very rarely improves on the piece that they're trying to.
It's like they're trying to do a soap opera effect.
It's like they're trying to hide something. I'll go with that. And I mean, what are you trying to hide? Filling space. That's part of the name of the game here. And then the first chapter is called Soldiers of Fortune.
Change the color.
That.
They changed the color.
They changed the color. It went from
orangey
yellow to a black and a red and black, but it's still the same. I think if I was to put this in Photoshop or something, I'm pretty sure it's the same level of dégradé. Radiant, yeah. Like, guys, what are you doing? And they even have the same top and bottom border there. You see, they've got the warning label thingies.
Yeah,
got that on both as
Hazard
well.
stripes.
Hazard stripes. There you go. That's what it's called in English. My French is picking up today. Sorry.
Good old Iron Warriors.
Every instances of the word combat manual has been replaced with force manual. That's a big change.
So a whole bunch of Control F replace.
It's true. Ikari is bringing up something. It doesn't have a gun pod. It has the gun mount on the arm here, which is more PGI kind of stuff than old school Battletech. I preferred the gun pod to this here because I think it even has a droppable weapon or whatever. So, I mean, then you've got the same how to use this book, but there's some words that have been changed in it. And then in terms of the actual lore afterwards, it is the exact same thing. The typeface has been changed. I'm not sure what the name of this typeface is versus the name of this typeface, but the typeface is different. But the content of the material is the same. Is it terrible writing? I'd have to say it's actually not the best book I've ever read as well. A lot of you read through it, it's the same story as usual, so it's nothing super weird, but it's not the best writer that they put on that originally, I think. Probably because they were broke. But there's some sentences in there that feel rushed, don't feel quite right. You have an explanation of the history of mercenaries through all the different eras, the Star League, the Succession War, and the Clan Invasion. All the eras. I am not.
All right.
Honestly, not impressed by this. You're dealing with, there's a reason on my thumbnail that I put the 2 symbol for Clan Invasion Succession War, because that's all they're doing here. Is it because it's the only things that sell? Or is it just because they're lazy and they just wanted to reprint a book and try to recoup some of the costs from the previous book? Or what do we know?
So, it's probably laziness. It's probably them trying to, because they obviously have not put it anywhere in the print on any of the websites that this is an upgraded version of Combat Manual. I'm going to go with either they don't care about their fans and that they are trying to just get as much money as possible by saying, hey, here's this book, but it's a total reprint of something that was on sale last weekend for GM Day on Drive-Thru RPG.
I'm trying to be
optimistic.
It was $9 in the US over the weekend for the Combat Manual.
I mean, trying to be optimistic about it though, and it's why this Sunday we are going to be doing a AK Ilclan game.
That's
but it's
fine.
only because it's at such a low point level. But I'm trying to keep my group mostly, as we're starting out, in the Clan Invasion FedCom era, because barring the clan boxes and the odd Star League box, the majority of the mechs released are, in fact, your
Civil War stuff.
basic era friggin' mechs. I mean, the Jaeger mech is available all the time. The Rifleman is available all the time. The Marauder, the Atlas, they're all available all the time. So, I mean, wanting to keep it in the late succession war to FedCom Civil War era, that's fine and understandable. And it works out for me getting this new group up and off of the ground.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yep.
And
you.
I do
Thank you.
And I do think you're doing the right thing with that, because that's what's available in the boxes. It's available on paper anyways, right?
Yeah.
So,
and let's be quite honest. They should have at least gone all the way to Civil War on all of those books. True Civil War, because their current products that they're putting out are in that particular era. The only real modern boxes, the Kurita boxes with the Shiro and the Rokurokubi. Yeah, I mean, those things are Republican to Ilkon. There's no choices about that. But even there, we've done it last week. We've turned good mechs into Succession War mechs. It's doable.
Here was the official plan, and this is why I'm not rating the entire series of these books yet, is that they're supposed to release PDFs to update these to L-Clan.
Yeah, they said they were going to do that, but they
that was like 2 years ago, but yes,
remains to be seen.
So
they also said they'd release a My Hero Academia game.
Yeah.
It will move units. But yeah, no, Kurita, Shiro, Rokurokubi, Davion Cavalry with the Legionnaire, which is Jihad, and the Gunsmith, which is Dark Age.
Dark Age, yeah.
And then the 2 3rd Star League boxes, the majority of them are also Late Republic through Ilklan mechs. So other than those boxes, Proliferation Cycle. Primitives, earlies don't come back till the Jihad.
Yeah.
But other than that,
you can generally say someone has them during the Succession War for most of the mechs in there.
If you show up with a battle axe,
if you show up with a battle axe, you're courageous.
You're courageous, number one, and number two. Okay, is that supposed to be a Warhammer? Yes. Okay, fine. Is it a Warhammer? No, it's a battle axe. Oh, well, aren't you a brave one? I'll let you. You can run it.
So the other thing was, we know that 2 of these were reprints: the Mercenaries and the Kurita.
The Davion book was more or less a reprint as well, if I remember right.
We don't know that because the Davion Combat Manual was supposed to drop. The month it was supposed to drop, they canceled it.
Okay, so that one is not a reprint, but it's probably the old file that they used.
Correct.
Okay. I mean,
sorry, I had to add that in there because that is the actual history of these 2. Well, the 2 books we know of.
The I-Ring All section is good if you're playing Mercenaries and you're doing more storyline and stuff like that kind of situation. It's not; those are actually pretty good. They do explain more or less what Galathea is, what Outreach is, and what Solaris 7 is. But I would love to have seen, a picture of the planet or a map of the planet like they have in some other places. Some extra, art assets for these things, just to get people pumped up, get people this is Galathea, this is Outreach, this is Solaris 7, what it looks like. Wow, that's cool.
Give us a planetary profile and a planetary map for the blank side of the Battle Force map, and how you can roll up a planet in a campaign operations. Give us the profiles for those planets, kind of like you do in the PDF series,
Yeah. But I mean,
that'd have been cool.
I think Outreach is in one book somewhere.
Yeah, there is at least one book with Outreach.
Yeah.
You got your list of lesser iring alls in various places. It's not all of them, but like listing all of them would have been way too long. But it's really just
those are the ones that were current in from Field Manuals Mercenaries, the first one.
But I mean, this is the place where you have fun as an author or as a creator. You just start stacking stuff, start putting stuff down, like random stuff, like this random planet that has like barely anything written on it on Sarna and in any other book. Yeah, let's just turn it into an hiring all. Let's just do it. Let's just write something down. You need what? A
like
blurb.
The one in the Hinterlands.
150 words. 150 words about there. It's about maybe 200. Just write 200 words.
Well, Prof, then you have the problem of like the one in the Hinterlands that is like, oh, it's now the perfect planet.
I'm trying to think that they're able to get good writers.
I'll stay silent on this one, dude.
They don't care enough about the setting for us to say, like, yeah, on this planet there's just 5 million Canopian mercenaries. No one else can say otherwise.
Like, dude, oh, they can get good writers. They just have to abandon their ideological position.
I'm sure you can get like a run-of-the-mill average, almost completely blue guy that is able to write okay. They still exist.
I was gonna say, men have been ran out of the writing industry for just a decade now.
You can still get good writers. Just stop hiring them from Archive of Our Own and Wattpad.
Stop hiring them from Fiverr or failed Star Wars bloggers.
You want a sci-fi writer? Go to Sufficient Velocity.
There you go.
I mean, I said it in our discussion on Hinterlands. I think, I don't know, it's been a while since I rewatched that stream, but without the HPG, how are you going to have a hiring hall? It's going to take like, okay, we're put out a bid. We need mercenaries to come to this planet. Well, it's going to take us 3 months to get to the hiring hall and put the call out. And then it's going to take them 3 months to get to the planet. So 6 months has passed, and turns out the Jade Falcons put down the miners' union strike. They're all dead now. Congrats, mercenary. You showed up on this planet for nothing.
That's an Interlands problem, okay? And I fully agree. Interlands is
that's a Dark Age plus problem.
And then here, like, I don't want my hiring hall to feel like the modern D&D tavern where everyone, despite whatever species or race they are, is just one blend of Californian. They're all sitting in the fucking
everybody's sitting in the dark corner,
tacos and drinking mimosas.
Everybody's sitting in a different dark corner. So there's about 17 dark corners in your bar.
Yeah, every bar has like a million. The hiring hall should feel like a military recruitment center with minor mercenary commands set up on 6x4 folding tables. Come join Hoopty Goop. Come join the Hoopty Goop assault force, you know?
There's absolutely the Canopan cat girls there.
We take contracts with Canopus. You'll get some Canopan cat girl to see. You know what I mean? Like, come join us. Hi, Jamie.
To be fair, like, you can characterize mercenaries. They're like, all right, look, these aren't the people who get a 9-to-5 job. These are the people who die horribly on some godforsaken planet as a deniable asset.
Or there's another job that mercenaries are very good at. Sitting on their hands for 6 months on a planet that nobody cares about, getting a paycheck. I mean, there's also that bit in mercenary life that a lot they don't talk about that bit a whole lot, even in there.
Yeah, but those don't get in the hollows.
True, you don't get a free Olos Olo reel. And in the Battle Lightning Simulator, your unit logo won't be added as a cash, as an MTX for 300 C bills or whatever. buy the Wolf Dragoon logo for 15 C-bills.
Speaking of Battle Lightning, I wonder how much the Iranian F-14s are going for on the War Thunder marketplace now that there's no more F-14s in the wild.
Now that
Yeah.
there's no more Iranian F-14s.
Apparently,
In terms of
earlier this
F-14s,
week,
there can't be that many left in the
earlier
world
this
in
week,
general.
the I forget if it was the IDF or the USAF, but the last
IDF.
F-14s, probably the IDF did it, but the Iranian F-14s, the Iranians were the only operators of the F-14 in the world, and they're all gone now. There are no
There's
more
not even any
F-14s
for
in the
like
wild.
air shows and things like that.
No.
So no, because what happened was when the Tomcat went into retirement, because Iran still had its F-14s, and they were fiending just a replacement nut and bolt assembly for this panel. They were fiending for it. So the F-14s that are in museums, gate guard at naval bases, they're stripped. It's just skin on ribs and spars. That's it. And then the rest of them that didn't make it to the museums and gate guard, they got shredded, demolished, put through a shredder. They're gone.
And they cut through the wing spars on the F-14 so that they cannot work. So
even if you wanted to take like at NAS
Pensacola.
They're completely taken out. There's no available parts or anything.
Rip. I feel bad for it, but
America,
I understand why they
could
did it.
missile strike me, but you will have to destroy this pristine Mustang 1967.
Well, it's you got to bear in mind, once the F-14 was retired, it took 60 man-hours per flight hour. Yeah, it's the reason why you don't see any F-105s warbirds flying around. You see F-100s, there's one F-4 that's on the airshow circuit because they still make J-79 parts. It was just impractical for it to be a warbird, unfortunately, at least with this level of technology. Maybe with 3D printing advancing, it might happen, or they'll do a reprint of it, or I don't know. But
reprinting an aircraft does sound.
Yes, I stand by what I said.
That actually sounds like stuff they were doing to keep the A-10s flying.
Hey, my bad, y'all. I forgot when I lock my screen, it boots me out of the room. My bad. But yeah, no more F-14s are flying, and it was all because we sold some to Iran. They wanted the parts, and so we were like, F it, we're just going to deny them.
All the parts.
They're gone.
And now there's no more F-14s.
No more.
They
no
probably
more.
couldn't fly, and they probably wouldn't been able to fly for at least the past 40 years.
I want my F-8 Crusader, at least. But yeah,
those. Look, my dad worked on a couple of different things in his days.
Well, I want to paint it up like Shin Kazuma in Area 88 and just fly around. Yeah,
that is cool.
I want to troll
you have to steal this aerospace fighter that's like a unique one from the Star League.
Yeah,
aerospace fighters are harder to salvage than battle mechs. Battle mechs are miraculous machine because of that.
With the amount of aerospace fighters we've seen lawn dart in our campaigns, you'd think they managed to pick up a couple of them.
You guys are way too generous with how many things you sacrifice.
Well, I mean, if you look at campaign ops, as long as the structure is somewhat intact, it's salvageable. It's actually more salvageable than a lot of mechs. If it wasn't for those force withdrawal rules, mechs would not be salvageable.
Except for the fact that when you lawn dart an aerospace fighter, it's usually going at a higher rate than a battle mech ever could, and therefore it tends to engage the non-crumple zones and becomes like a pancake.
There's still internal structure left. It's fine. You can just patch it up.
Yeah, no, the rules for crashing, the rules for aerospace fighters crashing are just like, there's no, okay, you land, you take D100 mega damage to your freaking nose. You're gone.
Hey, we still know that buffs will still be flying at 3050s. So
Oh yeah, the B-52. They're just gonna do one more production run. Okay, just one more, then it's done. Okay.
I was born in 1991. A few months before I was born, B-52s were launching cruise missiles at Iraq. And then I was a child, and B-52s were launching cruise missiles at Iraq. Now I'm an adult and I'm out of the military. B-52s are launching cruise missiles at Iran.
Yep.
What will we launch cruise missiles on B-52s at next?
Come on, it's
Now,
basically American history where you occasionally have to go and blow up something in the Middle East.
Well, why not? I mean, it's what it's there for.
That's why.
What's interesting, though, is that the Capellans are the only operators in the inner sphere of the Torrent heavy bomber, and I'm just curious, if I become a mercenary for the Capellans, can I get a couple of Torrent heavy bombers in my list? Because I, for one, would love to drop 30-ton. Well, assuming they're, I forget what size bomb they would have. It's got 15 tons of underwing hard points, and then it's got a 15-ton bomb bay. So I would like to drop 30 tons of bombs on my opponent.
That is a nasty thing to do, but you can do it.
Now, I did.
It's a nasty thing to do, and it's also this really funny thing called not my fucking problem. It is your problem that there is 15 tons of ordnance a turn falling on your head, not mine.
I was working on a story that had, and one of the plot elements is that a super secret ex-Republic of the Sphere organization that Alaric breathed new life into when he took over Terra, they found a few of these planes around a salvage yard in Tucson, swing wing, 4-engined, and they use them as executive transports.
The Tu-160 Blackjack, hell yeah!
No, not that abomination.
I love the Blackjack. It's got character.
It's like a B1 with Down syndrome.
It's doing its best.
I know it's doing its best, but it's not the bone.
Its best, not very good.
Matter of fact, back in 2009. Yes, it is.
That is sex in aerodynamic form.
Back in
Except
2009,
for one problem.
What's the problem? We don't build it anymore.
No. It can't carry nukes.
Well, no one's perfect. We can fix her.
Back in 2009, Lindsey Graham wanted to give like $1 billion to the Ukrainian Air Force to convert ex-Soviet Air Force Blackjacks into satellite launchers. The idea was they were going to fly Ukrainian Blackjacks at like super high altitude and use it as a booster craft to launch satellites into low Earth orbit. And the deal didn't go through.
Well,
okay.
Probably a good thing. Let's get back to discussing this new piece of art. That is new. And it's not bad. Honestly, those 3 bits here are not bad.
Let me make it full screen real quick. Oh, they're not Californians.
Yeah, they look like mercenaries.
They look like Shadowrun characters that have been their robot demon ears gotten rid of and made to look more human.
They look properly Battletechy. That's proper Battletech. This looks like proper Battletech. This looks very PGI if you look at some of their cutscenes and stuff like that. Yeah. This kind of goes with what we know of the Wolf Dragoon uniform from the books. This is a mech warrior in official mech warrior gear. Maybe you should have Crocs instead of big boots, though.
Gotta have his combat slippers on.
This one is Californian, though, but this one's Californian, but it's still not a terrible piece of art. This is reused and reused a million times. And then we have the section on mercenary combat commands, where you have a chunk of mercenary commands with basic stats for them. Usually a painted mech for the unit.
So
is it?
Spoiler alert: 90% of the units in this book are dead by the jihad.
Yes.
Perfect.
Well, I mean, if you're playing Succession War or you're playing Clan Invasion, you're good.
Well, but I want to
mean,
point out, I think we talked about this in one of the other books also, or I mentioned it. Look at what we lost because of their short-sightedness, whatever. Look at how many of these multi-regiment units there were.
All of them working for House Davion. Not
even
all
with
of
aerospace
them,
fighter wings, so
I mean, some of them were really well equipped. Like avatars of Printful that medium mech regiment, heavy aerospace fighter wing, vehicle regiment, infantry regiment, artillery company, a battalion of light mechs. Geez, that is a military unit. Those are military units.
a perfect campaign idea. You take one of these mercenary companies, right? And then now it's the jihad, and you're getting destroyed.
Well, Blue Star regulars didn't even make it to the jihad.
You know, some of them don't even make it to the jihad. There is that.
It's like first Succession War campaigns. Look, win or lose, you're getting nuked.
Hope you brought enough of that. What's the thing that you drink when you like saline or whatever to?
No, it's an iodine fortified vodka because it floods your thyroid.
Oh, delicious, delicious.
Or potassium.
You can put iodine in. You can put iodine in vodka.
Yeah, it's because it helps block certain isotopes.
Well, yeah. Wow. Okay. Cool. I'll keep that in mind.
Brian's Legion, I think another dead unit.
Quite possible. What I don't like is common allies, common enemy. Like that doesn't make sense when you're dealing with mercenaries. Like you can write like in service of Kurita between this year and this year, Comstar between this year and this year. Like give us the actual numbers rather than just a blurb like this. Of course, all of this is a reprint. Okay, there's nothing new in what we're looking at right now. This is all reprints from this book. I understand why it failed. I understand why those books failed.
Oh no,
I don't necessarily hate allies and common enemies because, like,
actually the
McCarran's armored because like McCarran's armored cavalry is commonly in service to the Capellan Confederation. Their enemies
They're a Capellan unit. That's
blank,
the thing.
you know.
No, that's the thing. Rather than saying that, you say like McCarran's armored cavalry was in service of the Capellan Confederation between 2815 to 3057, where they were integrated into CCAF. You write that down, and people can be like, okay, if I were for these guys, we're going to be fighting for those guys at that time, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would make more sense than common allies, common enemies. You just write, they were working for these guys at that time. You get that on Sarna. You don't get that in the book you pay for.
Yeah, it was something to do with Blakist. Just
like I do not enjoy how they've done that thing here. Wile's Coyotes are in there. I think. Well, they're in alphabetical order, so they're at the end of the list. Point man, but they are there. The Wile's Coyotes. Nope, you're breaking up, Fubel.
Nope, it's Fubel this time, not me.
Haha. 21st Century Lancers. Not sure why you're breaking up though.
No.
Lancers Command, Recon Company, Lancers. I mean, it's not a terrible section, but I mean, you get the mech the commander as. He's in a demolisher, so this one's not in a mech. He's in a tank, but you get like the commander's mech. It'd be nice to have, a unit list, an actual unit list. Like this is the Lancers Command Company at that year. It was composed of these mechs.
And we know they can do it because in the OG Wolf Dragoons Grey Death books and whatnot, like we knew what the command company was. The
Mhm.
Riflemans, the Locusts, the Wasps, the Stingers, Marauders, Warhammers, all that good stuff. Like, we knew who was in, and we even knew their names and
Mhm.
possibly even their pilot and gunnery.
And
In some cases, yes.
Swords, there's a couple of them. Kellhounds, we had full unit lists. Blackthorns.
I mean,
I
and
mean, I
now
get
in
that.
2076,
I
you reprint a
understand
book from
that.
10 years before and you don't do it.
Well, I
Actually-
understand that in a book that's doing such a broad scope as this, I understand we can't have the full regimental breakdown, but at least the main first regiment's command lance. If we can at least have their command I'm going to say company. If we can at least have their main line command company with all the bigwigs, perfect.
Actually, does anybody
would
remember
be-
the devil?
This
That previous unit? I don't. That's one that I
21st
was like,
Centauri Lancers?
no, the other one. Where was it?
Brian's Legion?
No. Keep. I think you scrolled forward too far and then scrolled back.
Oh, it was probably
the-
in the other
Derek's
book.
Devils.
But for the Snorts Irregular, we do get a nice picture. I was going to say nice. I zoomed in way too much here. It doesn't look that great when it's zoomed in. We got a picture of Heavy Metal, Rhonda Snored's Islander. I like the art from the trading card game better because those speakers here are not going to cut it for, making noise on the battlefield, which is supposed to be. And very funny here.
They look like they're just sitting there, like they're going to fall off.
Well, I mean, it's a digital
Technology.
asset where they added those things on top, so
Yeah.
don't ask too much.
Ugh.
Blake
I
is
want to ask Rock to make a Highlander with speakers on it, and it'll make something a lot better. Make it something like Mad Max.
Mhm. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's at least one STL maker that made a Rhonda Snort Heavy Metal. That looks really cool. Blake is more or less a curse word major, so there is that. At least have
Also,
the
you call
Lance
your-
and Command Mech.
You call
Yeah,
your mech
that-
heavy metal. You call your mech heavy metal, but you're blasting Elvis Presley. Pick one.
No. She plays heavy metal. She loves Elvis Presley, but on the battlefield she plays heavy metal. That's how it is. That's how the story goes for it. Hey, I wrote a profile.
Oh, let's check in on what
Rhonda
it is.
Snort.
And it's toxic shock syndrome and super. Brilliant.
But the mech that they display on it here is Lieutenant Marcus Shake rather than Rhonda Snord or a Cranston Snord in their demo.
Wow.
Probably because that's what was in the original book, I would assume. No, on the original book, it was Rhonda Snord with her Shadowhawk and her Highlander. They changed that for some reason.
And then they added a whole bunch of actual rules for the rest of the irregulars.
Wait, is Catalyst practicing female main character erasure?
It was, I don't know. Because
Well, at
Rhonda
least-
Snord's awesome. That's
Well, at
probably
least they didn't
why.
turn
But
her
I
into
like
a wine
Rhonda,
mom.
yeah.
Gresham Awk, because I mean, video game presentation matter. With his Phoenix Hawk Lambs, the last Phoenix Hawk Lambs in production. I don't know if it's really the last Phoenix Hawk Lamb. Derek's Devils. I
don't remember this unit.
I mean, they're in both book.
I know. Does anybody remember this unit?
Major Derek Hudson in a awesome 8Q. On this book here, we've got Derek Hudson in an awesome 8Q with a Crockett from the 15th Dracon.
Yeah, I
as
noticed
the
that a
art
lot
bit.
in this book that the mechs did not correspond to the unit that was on the page.
That's weird. I mean,
Like
Major,
heavy
are you a
metal's
Ferengi?
like one of the few.
I don't know why it's the 15 Dracons as well here.
Yeah.
The Oscuries that unfortunately die in 5th Succession War. They don't
die
have
in everything.
they die in everything, so that probably doesn't help. They're back in Interlands and company.
I thought they got killed.
They got killed, but they rebuilt themselves. Like everything in Ilkan is like they were gone, but now they're back because, well, we want to keep the same name and do the same thing. It is a horrible picture for Youngblood's Phoenix Hawk because this is not a Phoenix Hawk Lambs. This is a regular Phoenix Hawk. The Phoenix Hawk Lamb has the laser mounted on the shoulder. Just so you know, big difference. It actually...
The Phoenix
never mind.
Hawk Lamb looks like it's something out of Macross.
Well, it is a Super Valkyrie with the laser cannon from Do You Remember Love? That's basically what
It's
it
a
is.
single
Oh,
seat.
that's it.
It's a
That's it.
single seat F-14, which the Navy never built because they
It-
needed the backseat
Dismal.
driver for
Oh,
those
that
Phoenix
explains why.
missiles.
The poor, dismal, disheartened.
Poor Dismal and Disinherited. I love their unit logo, though. This one here, the first Dismal's unit logo, the angry mantis, it just looks really cool. I'd never be able to, do it, but that is a really cool logo.
All right, in 10 minutes, I'm going to go cook dinner. So,
The third Dismal Disinherited with an Axeman, which is actually the same Axeman we keep seeing recolored. And this is where
rule.
we have the worst special pilot ability ever created. Not in the term of it is terribly not good.
It's OP.
It is
Terribly
literally the
overpowered.
best thing ever.
Yeah.
Show me on the backside of the CGL Atlas plushie and Davion Brigade of Guard colors where the Backstabber SPA touched you. I love it. I think it's a great,
Now,
wonderful thing.
Here's the thing. This is going to apply to every single instance of damage, right?
Yes.
Hello, LBX-20.
An LBX 10 will be enough. 10 chances to crit
You
when
take
hitting
10
a guy
crits.
in the back. Hello.
Even
Or,
if it hits at arms, okay, you have no weapons. Like, even if you, massively mess up and then only get those crits on the arms and the legs, they're still not
Well-
moving and can't fight.
Yeah,
If it
because
now,
it's not
you can
just the
fix
rear
this.
torsos. It's as soon as you're behind the guy and you shoot, you get free chances to crit.
Now, we could fix this in a number of ways, and I have ideas. One being that you only get one critical hit on one instance of damage. So the first instance of damage, you get one critical hit. Or
It's all
it could
be
be
more
only
balanced.
for melee weapons, in which case you're only going to get 2 attacks at most, and you have to be in melee range.
I mean, why does it cost 2
Another one
points?
being
It's
that-
too cheap at 2 points,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Well, I mean, keep in mind, you can
As
still
it
hit
is,
someone
if
in the
it-
back.
it could
You can
cost, like,
still hit
3
someone
or
in the head
6.
from behind.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you can get a head crit from behind. That'd be pretty cool.
No, it is not pretty cool.
I think it's great, dude.
No. Look, I'm
It's-
going to take that sniper and medium range master, put that all together, make it one pilot that has like 12 SPA cost, and basically kill everything all the time.
Well, then we're just playing the MechWarrior
Oh, I
RPG
just-
Second Edition, where 5 game sessions later, we're all -3. Just I cranked my arm behind me and I fired my gauze rifle. It's so accurate. It flew around the planet and hit him in the back of the head. Why? Because I'm that good. know?
I don't know
Like,
which
why
game
not?
you were
Commander,
playing
I
because
think it's not.
when I was running second edition MechWarrior, we didn't get that good that quickly. Hell, it was hard to get good.
You could put this on cheap units. You could have just a bunch of Savannah Masters with this ability and then kill everything, and there's nothing anyone can do about it.
You can have a Firemont H with that ability
Yeah, Fire Moth
and
is
be
another one.
banned from every tournament ever.
This
I mean,
is
hell,
why no
even a
Fire Moth.
Piran-
It's
even a
entirely ER micros.
Forget the Fire
Anything
Moth,
with
even the
jump jets.
Piranha. 914
Piranha
with
with all-
12 machine guns, 2 ER mediums, and an ER small. The Piranha is going to just crit seek with Backstabber.
This is a bad ability. This is something
If
that
you
should
didn't-
not exist.
If you didn't want my piranha
Or
to
it should
backstab your
cost, like,
direwolf in
10
your
points.
atlas, you should have brought infantry for me to harass. I don't know what to tell you.
No, you'd still be using your piranha to kill the Atlas. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
The 15 Dracon is fun because they've got they've got 3 mechs for their commander: Crockett, Adamoto, or Grand Dragon. So rare guys that ended up working for the dragon for a while. You have a mission here, actually. Battle for Ares. You've got a little mission on the side here. It's not using either Interlands or Chaos Campaign, but it's a little mission you can do. You've got a little something they gave us. Was it in the original book? Good question. Was it in the original book? Let's go to the 15th Dracon. It was in the original book. So, okay. I was going to give them some praise on that. The Light Horse, Filthy Lucre, Fushida's Glory Warriors, with a Manticore. I mean, we get some cool tanks repaint, not just mechs, so at least there's that. Gravewalkers, Grey Death Legion.
Gravewalkers, they barely survived the clan invasion.
Pretty sure they.
Dude, Gravewalkers sounds so sick. Tell me about the Gravewalkers. What do these guys do?
Get their ass kicked and then get their ass kicked again.
Whoa, that's actually pretty fucking lame to have such a sick name. Fuck these guys.
Great at Legion. They only get a page. Like, this is the kind of thing you can easily get a couple pages in. Grim Determination with their stoked up turtle. That's always that's a classic. Like, why are you're giving me Bears Crusader for the Great Death Legion rather than
on the wrong page?
Great Death Legion should have their own book.
Do they have their own book? I think they do.
They did.
They did. Okay, at least.
They did.
At least.
Are they going to
it's still
reprint
available?
that?
It's still available, and I'm sure you can find it in many very legal ways.
Yeah, 100%. That you then would definitely download and take to Office Depot and get it printed on nice cardstock. You wouldn't do that.
The Anson's Rough Rider, the Elysian Lancers. That's another massive unit.
And with the Hansen Rough Riders page, they used a Warhammer, didn't they? Is that?
Yeah.
So
when they
what's
should have
funny
a Cyclops because their commander is in a Cyclops, and they're the unit.
Or at the very least, pick one of the 4 mechs that was in the Lance box: Penetrator, Atlas, Jumping Hatchet Man, and God, that was such a lackluster box. I don't remember. Night Sky. No, Night Sky was Kellhounds.
I feel. Look, man. Okay, that would require product synergy, and that's difficult for people.
Like, goes back to the Davion and Kurita book question. Why is there no synergy between these products? Why aren't these 3 products releasing at the same time? Why did this book not release
with
the same time? Why wasn't this a Kickstarter item? Where's the synergy, man? You're breaking up.
They did their best.
They're like Dan. They did their best, and their best is not very good. Their best.
They tried.
And we can't even blame it on. And we can't even on Rim because she wasn't in charge of product.
No. That's 100% them. Like Kellhound's Command Lance, first composition, 1 mech lance. Why don't you just give me a damn lance?
We know who was in the Command Lance during these eras. Where's Morgan? Where is Morgan, and who's in charge in the period where Morgan's in the monastery?
They gave it to Phelan.
They gave the unit section to Phelan Kell. 1-2 in the late Succession War. He was not a 1-2 pilot in that particular era. No way, no how. He was not a 1-2 pilot.
What does his, What does his pilot? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say?
Wolfhound. What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card for the Wolfhound say? What does his pilot card It doesn't give the stats on it. It just gives you the SPA.
Go look at the Wolf and Falcon book.
Killer Bees. That's another cool name. They got a cool logo. I do like them just because of the logo. Langendorf.
And there's the Wolfhound.
Lexington. There's another Wolfhound. Lexington Combat Group. I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the colors of the Lexington Combat Group and the Calhounds, to be quite honest. Recon Group.
No, that's another huge unit that we lost.
Lindens. An Annihilator in Wolf's Dragoon colors on Little Richard's Panzer Brigade. I mean, the Wolf's Dragoon's not even close to this particular page, by the way.
No.
Because you got the Lone Wolves first with their own version of Wile E. Coyote. I do like the blackjack coloring on this one here. Yes, it's just
Well, they had to put the Lone Wolves in because how they've made the Lone Wolves such a big thing now.
I mean, they were always around, so it's a good thing to have them. I do like the paint scheme on that blackjack. Red Tor, we are trying not to be too mean about this book, and we're failing. This is
another I don't even remember.
They have a crab as a logo.
Yeah.
Whoa, they got
an actual crab, not the mech crab.
Really big claw.
Yeah, a rock crab.
What do these guys do?
For the Northwind Islanders, they put a behemoth.
Right.
Right. Exactly. Was it Ramillies Raiders? I do like their logo. It is quite a take. I wouldn't fuck with a guy with that on his mech. It's a little pirate
like
dude
a pirate
on a drop ship.
Whoa, that's sick. Tell me, do they hunt pilots or are they actually adjacent to pilots themselves?
They work for the Magistracy of Canada. They're pirates. They work for the Canada. They're pirates.
Sky Pirates.
17th Recon. Nobody calls them that. Everybody calls them Camachos Caballeros. But
Whoa, I love the Camachos Caballeros. They're the coin I got.
They are cool, and I don't understand why they don't have a box yet. Screaming Eagles.
They're supposed to be getting one, and it's going to be the only way for Free Worlds players to get our cool assault mech, the
Albatross?
It's so cool. No, it's so cool. I forgot its name. The Grand
Titan? Grand Crusader?
Continue.
Grand Crusader?
Continue.
There's a few grand different things. Simonson's Cutthroat, that also has a pretty cool logo with a gas mask skull.
Whoa, that's so sick.
Chinese Bandits, just because of that name, they're cool. Star Guards, another classic unit, more or less.
Huge unit.
Tau City Rangers.
Telling Scarguard, what is it? Skellen, Skarsgård, Scarguard, something. We can have fun with that.
Wacko's Rangers.
Wacko
Rangers.
Whoa, the original bad guys of the setting. Those guys are cool.
It's just bad guys if you're on the Wolf's Dragoon side. If you're not on the Wolf's Dragoon side, they're the good guys. And I mean, common enemies, none. Did they really
That's
put
bullshit.
For Waco's Rangers, they didn't put common enemies, Wolf's Dragoon? Is it that hard to just put common enemies, Wolf's Dragoon? Why?
Okay, that's pretty retarded. I'm not even gonna lie.
That is very retarded. The vegan Rangers, not the vegan Rangers, the vegan Rangers. Everybody in that unit's a vegan, so they're all annoying as fuck. Wilson's Usser with the white supremacy symbol on their logo. I'm surprised that they haven't changed it.
Yes, it's the dog whistle flag.
It's the dog whistle flag. Okay, snipping tool, not nippy box. What are you doing? Fingers typing the wrong things.
Why do you have a folder titled? Is there something you'd like to tell us?
What? No, what?
I was making a joke because you pulled up your task. You pulled all that up. I was making a joke.
I do have a couple weird folders, and I have some weird named stuff floating around, I am sure. But yes, I am saving this flag, and I might use it to troll people.
And who are they again?
Wiley's Coyotes. Wilson's Usser. I have no idea who they are. Often referred to as Wilson's Wimps.
These were the losers of the set, the lovable losers.
Oh, okay. Lovable losers.
They what planet did they get exiled to? It's one of the pirate planets down by the Taurians. They actually cleaned up the planet, started to get on a roll of actually winning, but they were the Capellian Confederation of the Mercs from like the beginning of Battletech to.
I mean, did it reference older materials? This old book is a reference to older material, Major. It's a reprint. Wiley's Coyotes, they're just cool because it's Wiley Coyote. So let's see. And the Dragoons get 3 pages? 4 pages with the Black Widow Company. An old art of Natasha, which actually works. Her description doesn't quite work if you read it there because it contradicts what we know from the comics and the novels and the everythings. But, could be worse. Could be worse.
So, never mind. I'm not going to go into it.
We've got some guys doing some scrapping. Rules addendum. This is where there's more of a difference compared to the original book.
Okay, I'm going to go cook dinner.
Yeah, go cook dinner. It's not a huge difference, however. There's a lot of things that match one book to the next, but there's some little modifications because they go with some of the more modern rules, basically. Yes, Major. This is basically a reprint of Combat Manual Mercenaries, where they changed the name, and there's probably about 5 to 10% difference in text, including adding terrible rules. So, yeah, there's that. They give you like how to make different formations and things like that, but like all of that's already in previous books. This is nothing new.
Well,
right?
The new one apparently is the security lance, which we got in the mercenary Kickstarter, and has a Jaeger mech in it. So I don't feel very secure with the Jaeger mech watching over my compound. But what does the security lance do?
It's great against airplanes. I'm perfectly fine with it. Against airplanes and VTOLs, the Jaeger mech's perfect. Against anything else, it's terrible. But we have a force organization chart. They do show us what a force organization chart.
I don't think we had that in Davion or Kurita.
But that's the standard Star League organization chart. A regiment with 3 battalions composed of 3 companies with 3 command units. This is, and they didn't use the cool logos for like, this is a lance with the little mechs in them. They just write the words. It's good because we know what it looks like, but it's not good because it could have been better.
So it is in campaign ops. You have your command formation and then 3 lances to your company.
A battalion is 1 command lance, 3 companies. So it's technically 13 lances, so it doesn't fit in a union properly. But, it could be worse.
You're not going to have the whole organization in one dropship.
It might not be a good idea, the all organized into dropship anyways, but deployment.
If you have that full list of units, then you're not just you're not packing yourself into a single union. You have a bigger dropship.
You have a couple overlords, a couple union, a couple leopards. You should have something. We do have a nice list of alternate munitions and when there's available.
Good.
There is one thing I'm not 100% sure about, though, is why the AT cannon.
The what?
The AT cannon. Don't you know what an AT cannon is? It's for autists.
It's a cannon that shoots autistic aunties.
Yes.
This is
I
a
didn't
copy-paste
notice
job,
it
and they still
until
got it wrong.
I didn't notice it until I actually, focused on it.
Someone with the old book, see if it's also misspelled there.
Is it in the old book? First thing first, is it in the old book? 2, is it misspelled in the old book and they didn't catch it? If that is the case, I'm going to laugh even more. Up forward.
Where would it be?
Addendums. Trying to find it. Alternate munition. No, it is not. There was an alternate munition section, but it was different. So they added something and misspelled it.
Quality.
Kino.
They want money for this?
Absolute cinema. You don't see me, but I'm doing the meme right now. I'm going to have to open a second snipping tool now. Oh, no, it's going to keep opening the same. God damn it. I have to open my photo editing software and put that in my photo editing software so I can use it to troll people later and maybe even make an icon on an emoticon on the channel on the Discord for it.
Oh, absolutely. And this one needs to go there too. Hey, anyone who has Mega Mech, see if this is like an old Mech Force UK weapon or something. Like, is there an Auti cannon in Mega Mech?
The Auti cannon.
Just go to search the Auti cannon.
We're always going to call your Auti cannon now. They can take 2 its rather than just 1 it with the new rules. It's the power of the Auti cannon versus the auto cannon. The thing I was looking at is not the Auti cannon, is the fact that flechette rounds, they say, is late succession war. I'm pretty sure this was available, all the time. Use your auto cannon to kill infantry using flechette rounds. Pretty sure that was always a thing, because no reason whatsoever to start using anti-infantry rounds in your Auti cannon when battle armors are now available. This is a thing you would use before you have battle armors. That might just be me. Okay, I'm just weird like that. Okay, but I don't know enough about Auti cannons.
This is a whole new line of weapons development that we need to explore.
And swarm missiles. That feels wrong. Also, there's no SRM swarm missiles.
There's no SRM swarm missile. There is no SRM Thunders either. Because if you give me SRM Thunders, you will be seeing minefields pop up at 9x's of my mech, and it'll be hilarious. Please give me SRM Thunders. And swarms were an invention during Star League, but they were found. It was invented in Star League, and people stopped using it and started using it again during the clan invasion. So it came and went for that one here.
Same with the Copperhead, actually. That was the Capellans because they didn't have enough Arrow 4.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Also, you have Arrow 4 homing, right? And it's interacting with all of its tag, which you don't have.
Banak saying it's a cannon that shoots racial slurs. 8-monger gun. It's the 8 mace of weapons.
Whoa, that would be so cool.
you shoot and everybody in the battlefield ear. Tell them about broke per capita.
Love it.
Jesus. Guys,
honestly,
I do not appreciate you.
Honestly, when Tom and Dom decide to kickstart the Space King board game, like, I'm liquidating all my Battletech. I won't even bother with Gundam Assembly or the Gundam card game. Like, I'm going all in on Space King. Like, gonna tell them, look, Battletech Sundays, change it on the schedule. It's Space King Sunday, and it's for the boys. No girls allowed.
Well, they use lead paint, though.
They have to use lead paint.
Someone shows
a new line of lead paint just for this that is specialized to chip, so you can eat it when required.
Whoa, we're gonna have can you imagine not only having the millennial pause, but also having the boomer stare?
Oh, StarCraft tabletop? No. Space Kings.
No, and just as an aside, on the
We
StarCraft
we
tabletop,
decided to make an alien that looks as wimpy as puny as possible. That's the alien that they're always fighting, and everybody says that they look like Tau. What does that say about the Tau?
exactly.
Repulsive alien
In
hysterics.
regards to StarCraft tabletop, I feel like I don't know, is StarCraft still popular? Is it still moving units? Because I feel like we might be like a decade or more.
We're a decade late
on a
on it.
StarCraft game.
We are a decade late on it. People are
Like, I mean,
saying
it's
that it's
what
going to be big. People are saying that they're going to buy it. Nobody's going to play it. I'm going to
Well,
be
you're
the
gonna
mean
buy.
guy
They're gonna
and
buy
say
it for the. They're gonna buy it for the models. The diehard fans are gonna buy it for the models. Me, I'm like, okay, but how does the game play? Well, the models are cool. Yeah, and so are the models for Halo Ground Command and Fleet Battles. But again, with those Spartan games, because there was no Halo video game to tie them into at the time, so you couldn't necessarily put ad space in Game Informer. Advertise it at GameStop. GameStop wasn't going to sell it because GameStop was like doing decently at the time, 2015-16 time. And
Before
like
they
I said,
turned
no
down to
Halo
Funko
IP to
Pops?
tie it into. So like, who is this game for, and why are we just now putting it out?
someone really likes StarCraft. They put a lot of money down to buy the license. They know that there's people that is going to buy it. I'm going to be mean again. There's no expansion potential to it. All the units already exist. We already know everything about StarCraft. There is no expansion potential. Why does Warhammer 40K work? Because they release new versions of the Space Marines every 3 years. There's a new Space Marine unit that everybody is going to buy 10 boxes of because they need to have a full unit of them. Then they're going to nerf them to shit. And then they're going to release a new unit that does the exact same thing. That's why Warhammer 40K works, people. And why Battletech has a hard time. Because they can't do that.
I'm so proud. I'm so happy. Because he has decided to just keep building his models and painting them as he waits for 11th edition to drop. My brother bought the second Star League Lance. So he's going to be playing Battletech with us soon. I'm so happy. I'm so stoked. And he counts towards my new player count.
I haven't been able to play a game against my brother recently because he was sick around Christmas, so we couldn't meet up to play like we normally do around Christmas. Yeah. So that kind of sucked.
Well,
they
he
clarified,
comes down and hangs out every Sunday, so it's like
they clarified environmental specialization a little bit to make that unit bonus a little bit better.
The which one?
The environmental specialization: clear, urban, woods, vacuum, winter. They've made it wider. Like if there's bridge and pavements and stuff like that, it counts as urban. Woods is everything in terms of woods, including jungle. They tried to clear that up. This is good because they do need to clear up those kind of rules. So that's not bad. Security lance requirement: 1 scout or striker and 1 sniper or missile boat. There can be no more than 1 assault in the formation. 75% of the unit in formation that are assigned terrain master and environmental specialist of their choice for free. Okay, so 3 of your mechs have environmental master or whatever if you're a security lance, which doesn't.
So they just move through terrain better.
Or they have speed demon, which means that they're moving faster. Yeah.
Okay, I can deal with this. Speed demon on a 3/5 assault mech to make that pillager or that thunderhawk move faster. While the rest of the lance is ignoring the movement malice to entering woods hexes. Yeah, I'll take that. Actually.
Okay. Unaffiliated mech warriors. This should be, 5, 10, 15 pages. All sorts of mechs, all sorts of pilots. How many pages do you think there are?
1.
Yes, 1 page. with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pilots. Yeah. Isn't that glorious? This is the easiest thing. If you want to pad your book, because they did do some padding later. If you want to pad your books with this shit. Like, give us just name of a pilot, a little bit of a blurb of his life, what mech he had, his skills. Have fun.
So far be it from me to not bring up Clicky Tech, but in Clicky Tech, around about actually the Age of Destruction release, where they introduced pilot and gear cards, tried to invalidate half the game, and then quickly walked that back. You had gunslingers, not like Star League gunslingers. These were mercenaries, but they weren't affiliated with some of them were, some of them weren't, but they were basically free agents that you could recruit to your army and bring something to your army that you otherwise wouldn't have. And I've always wanted to do that with Battletech, because I actually did paint a Hammerfall, an Atlas 3 in the colors of Hammerfall, put him down as a 0-2 pilot and say, hey, it's one-eyed Jack Farrell.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to do that. And they had an opportunity to do something like that here. But here's the thing. Not a lot of people play with special pilot abilities and quirks and stuff like that. So you're basically just paying for better gunnery and piloting on a mech with a name.
Yeah, but why not? I mean,
but I was always going to run that, I was always going to run that Enforcer 3 as a 3-4 so I can make that autocannon hit,
Now that you've got some random tables for when you want to just roll, because you always roll up at a game not knowing what you're bringing or the other guy's bringing, and you have to roll to know what unit you're going to do, right? Because you haven't painted your stuff, right?
I have a binder of 3 reams of paper worth of record sheets, so I can just roll it up there at the table, dig through my box of papers, and boom, there's what I randomly rolled. Yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah, definitely.
I also roll up to the table and immediately build my list to incorporate the C3 tax and semi-guided. And I also take advantage of the fact that you can declare what ammo is in the bins. So I just rock up to the table and go, oh, it's a heavy urban table. Better be all HE ATMs. Oh, you brought a bunch of light mechs. Better load up on precision ammo, because that's fair and balanced. Even in a game that was never fair and balanced.
So then you have a huge section called availability lists, which are basically just, let's pad the book by putting 4 mechs, calling it an assault lance, and putting a bunch of alternate unit at the bottom. In the original book, that was 6 pages, and here it's something close to 20 or something like that. There's no absolutely egregious mechs in there. In this case, though, none of them are really weird or out of place, like we see here. But it's the same stuff we've been seeing. This is the same dragon in the same pose we've seen probably about 20 times now in these books. It's not very exciting anymore.
Battlemaster's new, isn't it?
No. We've seen that one. Don't worry.
Well, phooey.
It's different colors on them.
At least the cannon barrel's straight on the Marauder.
Yes, that is actually a plus. They just bring up all sorts of lances, different paint schemes. It's not terrible, but it's all digital assets. It's not actual paint jobs. So, Nothing new either in the mechs. Nothing weird or really out of touch or out of sorts. It's all the same kind of mechs and all the same kind of poses and all the same kind of things. Who will bring a chameleon to a fight? You don't bring a chameleon to a fight. You sell it to a academy for twice the price you paid for it.
And I think the chameleon 7W is the one I'd take. There's a few that are actually
And of course, if you look at the list that they put down here, Griffin, Quick Draw, Vulcan, Wolverine. Well, there's the quick draw.
See, that's the one I'd sell to an academy.
No, you're being mean there. Poor guys learning to pilot on a quick draw. Like they put the recon lance, cicada, locust, scout, spider, but we've got a flea, we've got a stinger, we've got a wasp, and we've got a jenner. Like at least like put the max you've put down here, but that was a problem in the Davion book. The Kurita
That was a
book
problem
was
in
fun.
both the books.
No, the Kurita book wasn't too bad for that, though, if I remember right. The Kurita book, they had pretty much what they needed. It's the Davion book that had like things that made no sense. And
Text that,
that
didn't
griffin-
match the images.
the griffin with the box missiles. That was
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Is there anything like that in here?
no
The hand-painted griffin with a photoshopped box launcher?
Phoenix Hawk, Hermes, Javelin, Fire Javelin, and Scorpion. Well, there's the Hermes. That's a Clint, I think.
There are no quad mechs in this picture.
That's a dervish that doesn't go into a pursuit lance. You shouldn't be using a dervish to begin with, but you know.
Dervishes are fun.
How hard is it just to grab the box of the units that you make? Because you sell them by their formation, paint them up in whatever mercenary company you want, and slap it on a page.
And match the text to it.
This one matches. We've got an Ostrock, we've got a Merlin, we've got a Charger, and we've got an Assassin. This one matches. See?
Whoa!
As a support formation?
That is definitely support.
Why is a Charger in a support lance? What is he supporting? The close combat brawl?
It's a 1A5, so...
Why is an Assassin in a support lance? Assassin's good at being an assassin.
Well, no, you give it Infernos and Smoke. Inferno SRMs and Smoke LRMs. So, yeah, for support.
I guess you could run it. Yeah, that's a way to run it as support. You're right. Assassin is common. No, it never is common. I'm not going to go into that because those never make any sense either. Merlin being common. It's common in one part of the galaxy. That's about it. Your security lance with a Banshee, a Dervish, a Firestarter, and a Fireman, and a Firestarter, and Rifleman. So
Fireman,
I guess this
it's
is
a Rifleman, but it swaps out the medium lasers for flamers.
That would be hilarious.
Rifle starter. It's a Firestarter, but well, actually, no. The Firestarter Omni with the LV-10's not bad, really. Actually,
Firestarter Omni in general is a good mech. It's a perfectly valid 45 tonner in almost every consideration. The Assassin's a rare mech. Major is thank you, Major. You are right. The Assassin's a rare mech. But I mean, Banshee, Dervish, Firestarter, Rifleman. That's an Atlas. That's an Archer. That's a Wasp. And that's a Rifleman. At least they got the Rifleman, right? I have a feeling like I don't want to. No, I want to be mean. Like whoever's doing their layouts, I have no idea what BattleTech is. They're just told like, here's your stuff.
it has been outsourced. I guarantee you, it's been outsourced to a graphic design startup in Seattle that they give them pictures and say, put them here and just graphic design it.
So they outsourced.
The clan salvage page is probably one of the worst salvage page I've ever seen. First, there's only the Jade Falcon and Smoke Jaguars because there was only 2 clans invading the Inner Sphere during the clan invasion, right?
No, you just don't get salvage from Clan Wolf because they win.
You don't get salvage from Clan Novacat because the DCMS just snatched it all up with the tone bows.
Well, you get plenty of salvage from the Ghost Bears. It's not like the Ghost Bear kept winning. You're not that winnable.
Diamond Sharks doesn't even count as salvage because they go, hey, let us buy that mech back from you, but we're going to sell you a bunch of shit too.
But the list themselves, make very little sense. The Niger in early late clan invasion, the Niger being an easy thing to salvage, these things were still rare at the time. Elbringers, you're not salvaging an Elbringer. It's dead. It is not coming back. It's an Elbringer. Same with a Kit Fox. I'm very sorry, Caddy Ferrero. I know you love your Kit Fox, but you don't salvage a Kit Fox. It is destroyed when it's done because it's made out of papier-mâché and maybe bubble gum if you're lucky.
And
Whoa.
then there's the C's.
Don't hit
not
us with
two
that
C's.
French jump scare, dude.
So that's not even
A bunch of
second line.
C's. Yeah, no, the 2 C's. Yeah, the 2 C's aren't there.
That's
Just the
Solomon divisions. That would be the reserves of the reserves. Where would you be even encountering this?
You're invading the clan worlds with your Merc unit.
Is there a Hunchback 2C on that salvage table?
Of course not. There's no 2 C's.
well.
No 2 C's at all anywhere.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's all C
I-
units.
Because I was actually just thinking about Katie Fierro and her Kit Fox earlier today, actually. Basically, justifying why my group locks Clan Omnimex as no lower than 3-4 piloting, and then someone was arguing a bunch of edge cases, and it's like, okay, look, if you're a mercenary, if we're doing the RPG and you salvage one, but you're a 4-5 pilot, by all means, hop in it. But also, Katie Fierro, not only are you not salvaging a Kit Fox, but you're also not going to get to use it because some other mercenary company is going to be like, well, it's clan tech. It's got clan weapons. We can use it. Strip it for parts. Sorry, Katie. You're getting shot in the face.
Let me put it this way. Just in universe, you, John Shitbob of Shitbob's Mercenaries, you're not getting clan tech. You are not fighting clanners. All those hollows of the people who ambush clanners and steal their tech, those are the exceptional pilots. Everyone else is dead.
I mean, even if you do get the clan tech,
the good classic of it's a game I played with my brother, and we walked up and tried to steal stuff from the clans, a bunch of second line mechs, and that's when the Bane 2, is it the Bane 2 or the Bane 3, the one with 4 Ultra 10, the Bane with 4 Ultra 10, the Kraken with 4 Ultra 10s.
Yeah, I think that's the 2.
Like, you turn the corner with your Shadowhawk and you're like, it's a Bane. It's not going to be dangerous. It has AC2s. It's got P shooters. And for its from the Ultra 10, all the bullets it.
The 4 Ultra 10s, yep.
There was no
53.
more Shadowhawk after that particular event.
4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 10 is 80. I don't think a Shadowhawk can take 80 damage in a single round of combat.
Oh, no, it could, but not when it starts clustering around the torsos and the arms, and you've got an XL engine, and
Yeah, nah.
Already, like Mercs having access to Star League tech would already be rare at that point. Especially during the early and even to the late invasion era, like getting a good mech with double eat sinks and shit like that, you are one of the rich. You're the rich boy companies. You're working for House Davion, and House Davion's bankrolling you and being like, here's all the cool double eat sinks we've made and all that stuff.
Whoa, you've given us Weezers. You've given us Weezers. These are useless.
Jim Bob's second recon company that's actually composed of 3 mechs and a Savannah Master. Yeah, you're not getting the fancy stuff.
And if you do get a fancy stuff, one of the great houses is going to be like, right, I'll have that. Or another mercenary unit's going to come along and say, hey, you want to join us? Oh, you don't? Right, well, we'll have that then. Fuck you.
I mean, if you have a fancy mech with all the fancy stuff, someone shows up and says, like, I'm paying you 10 million C-bills for it. You're a merc. You know what your answer is going to be? Hell yeah, I'm getting drunk tonight. That's what your answer is going to be.
We are so back, and we are getting so fucked up tonight.
For reference, you can also look at just how expensive clan tech is to acquire, especially in this era. Before, like, 3082, and it's like 8 times as expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before
I mean,
Sea Fox lowers their
you
prices.
get a Kit Fox, you just sell it. You're not keeping that. You're selling it to a great house that's going to dissect it for parts, and you take the money and you drink yourself into a stupor for a couple months.
I mean, hell, the Grey Death Legion Lance box that has a Man of War Charlie in it. I mean, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Man of War Charlie enthusiast. Okay,
Mhm.
being a 5'8", 80 tonner, and just running up on someone and double blasting them with an AC-20 UAC and all those medium lasers. Yeah, it rocks for clan warfare. But you're a mercenary. What use does a mercenary have for an executioner and a Man of War?
Man of War. That's 26 million C-bills.
Times
You
8.
sell that. Is that the base configuration, or
That's
is that
the
one of
C.
the variants?
That's the
That's
C.
the C. They're
Okay.
all of them
Times
are for
8.
that.
So that's
Okay,
160
you know what?
million. You know what I can do with 160 million
You
C-bill?
could buy a dropship.
I buy
Go-
a moon.
Tell me what the base. Tell me, Quartermaster, how much is the base configuration of a Man o' War and or an Executioner worth? No weapons, just the base Omni configuration after we take the cool shit off.
I mean, 26 million C-bill is about the price you're going to be paying for a Man o' War times 8. You're buying yourself a dropship, or you're buying yourself a huge ass mansion on Solaris, and you're not doing anything but gambling all of your money until you're completely broke once again, and you have to go steal another gargoyle.
Because here's what
the engine
because
alone
here's
is
what's gonna
8.5 million C-bills
Good
for a
Lord.
Clan XL engine, and then you
Because-
multiply that by like times 8.
Because here's what's going to happen. See those 6 ER medium lasers on the Man o' War Charlie's right arm? Yeah, everyone in the battle line that has an Intersphere large laser swaps it out for a Clan ER medium laser. My Command Atlas, yeah, pull that autocannon 20 off, put that Clan UAC 20 on me. Take that frame there and sell it.
You're still making money.
Gladiator, Executioner Prime. That
Gauss
Highlander over
rifles.
there, yeah, pull its autocannon 10 off, give it a Clan Gauss rifle, bring it online with Starlink spec, and then what else does it have? What, 2? Fuck the machine guns. The 2ER large lasers, put them on something, and then sell that frame.
Look,
Like-
there is like a unit list for the Wolf's Dragoon. Isn't that awesome? Like they're the only ones with a special list. Yes, they're the only one with a special mechs, to be quite honest. But even there,
Yeah,
like,
they're the only the Shogun. It should have been in the Wolf Dragoon's Assault Star. Should have been a Shogun, an Annihilator, an Imp, Jamie Wolf's Archer,
And Marauder 2.
Either we already had a Marauder 2 skull. Either Natasha's Warhammer or Stacy Church's Timberwolf, which we got Stacy Church's Timberwolf, so I'm fine with it, But it should have been
Aerospace.
truly an Assault Star.
Yay, we got a huge page on infantry.
I'm interested.
It just tells you like what infantry is available during late Succession War, early Clan, and late Clan. It's nothing special.
Does it tell you what record sheet book to pull them from?
No.
Stats?
No.
Oh, they're giving them as battlefield support options, aren't they?
No, they put the BVs down and the PV for the regular units and
But they're largely generic templates. If anything,
Yeah.
if you're actually going to use infantry in a game, 1, you shouldn't, but 2, you pretty much just make them ad hoc.
yeah,
You shouldn't use infantry in the game. Hi, Justin.
unless you're
Those guns.
doing city fights, and city fights are really nasty.
If it's city fights or scenarios, sure, but
Mm-hmm.
otherwise, by early Clan Invasion, you get PAL suits for Intersphere. Use those.
Artillery is
Nighthawk.
incomplete, obviously, because late
Well,
Succession War, mobile long tom, and mechanized field artillery, roll missile boat. But you also would have the Tumper, you would have the Ballista, you would have. There's a whole lot. I mean, I did a damn video on it. Okay, watch my video. You'll get what you need. Okay, guys, just watch my video.
God dang, I remember one of the guys was telling me that at the Misery game, because in lieu of a worldwide event, our group, given that we do have Catalyst demo agents embedded, we instead put on historicals since there's no WWE.
Mm-hmm.
One of the Wolf's Dragoons units got infantry with field guns.
Mm-hmm.
My man's hid, and I think it's like if you bring a full unit of field gun infantry, it's like 4 autocannon 10s on that hex, right? So it's an it's a toad annihilator basically, and he hid them in a building and sprung an ambush, and it was like fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fourth shot is fuck you.
I'm not sure you can stick 4 in the same X though. I'd have to check the stacking rules for field gun.
No.
Infantry,
It's
you can
something
stick
about
4.
it's something about how the record sheet is laid out that the number of men in the unit equates to 4 guns
Mm.
can get used or something. I really don't know the rules for field guns because it's
Generally,
Battletech.
it's
I
2
want to drive
units.
giant robots.
Generally, when I run them in Mega Mech, it's 2 guns per platoon. So still quite good. 2 LB10X is really nasty. Basic infantry and stealth suit, that would be a PAL. That they're no longer basic infantry if they're wearing stealth suits or anything like that.
Because you get the Nighthawk, which
Isn't it
is
really
what you
good?
should use, and
Okay,
it's literally
then
just
there's
4
the
guys with a laser rifle. There you go. That's what infantry should be, because then weapons actually interact with them properly.
actually the unit list in the combat manual mercenaries was better than the one we have in the other one, because it's far more complete, and it's basically because they needed to put the rules down for Alpha Strike, because Alpha Strike was not standardized back then. So in combat manual, you have the stats for almost a shitload of units for Alpha Strike, which you don't have in the other book. There's a paint section in the combat manual. It's how to paint a Wolf's Dragoon. In this one, it's something a little bit different. We'll get to it, because now we're getting to the technical readout section, which is literally there to pad the numbers.
Whoa, a technical readout section. I hope they have brand new units that we've never ever seen before,
like
that are
the
100%
Locust 1V.
awesome and bespoke. Whoa, I've seen this one before.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I love that there's a Thunderbolt here, and there's no Thunderbolt in the actual list. There's a Locust. There's a Spit. That's a Spitter. No, that's an Oscout. That is an Oscout. It's like the bad spider. Shadowhawk in grayed out colors. I do like the art bits there, but they're the same as we have in the other book, so they're old repurposed ones.
Wait a minute. Throughout all these pages, I haven't seen that longbow picture. You know, the longbow that we had in
the standard
Kurita
longbow that
Davion?
we haven't seen it in any single thing. I have a feeling they might be watching my videos, and
hi Volk.
We've roasted them enough.
Hi Randall.
The Guns for Ire section, which is the paint section in combat manual, is actual painted models. Those are painted models. You can tell because that Atlas, that's the skinny Atlas. We love the skinny Atlas.
Those are either Ironwind metal models or the plastics.
The old plastics
box. Yeah.
The old plastics, yes, because that's when those boxes were coming out, actually. So those are all painted. And you know what those are?
Digital assets. You know, I should bust those old plastics out and use them as my. Okay, you've been playing this game with me every Sunday for 6 months, and you have yet to purchase anything. You get to use the old plastic box set mechs as your loaners now.
Ooh, that's mean. It's the right thing to do, but that's mean.
And yes, there is an assassin and a Jaeger mech in there.
Haven't we seen that dragon before?
Dude, I thought that was a Templar for a second on that awesome. I was about to say, yo, what the hell?
That would be awesome, but no, it's an awesome possum. A lot of those are taken from the back earlier in the book, but I mean, those are all painted digital assets and not painted models. So why is your book late 6 months? And what is even more insulting is this bit here. For additional color scheme, visit camospecs.com. Why haven't
at least they're shouting out those guys.
But why haven't you taken the mechs from CamoSpec and put them on that page.
Man. Dog, I'm telling you.
I'm sorry, but this is. I'm being mean to the poor people at Catalyst. I mean, they're a small company. They don't know what they're doing. I mean, I'm just a guy that does tech support and mechanic stuff, you know.
This is why they should sell it to someone who cares.
Yes.
I mean, it's almost like with the mechs not matching the pages of the TRO and all that stuff. It's like they literally just gave digital assets to the graphics designers and said, you know what, just have fun. Consider this like a digital sticker pack. And you know what? Just put them all over the suitcase that is this book. Have fun.
Okay. The painting tutorial for the 12 vegan rangers. I will always call them the vegan rangers and not the vegan. I'll always call them the vegan rangers because it's so much more funny.
Yeah.
This is cool. This is an actual painted mech, and there's the full list of paints that they've used. And
what mech is it?
That's a penetrator.
Penetrator. It didn't exist.
The penetrator doesn't exist in this time frame. Fuck.
Hey, stop being mean to the poor people at Catalyst. Okay, they gave that mech to a guy to paint it.
Look, I'm throwing up the sign of the sanguinator and whatnot as I sit here and say, look, I'm trying to be positive so that you can be the hater, but it's really hard. Catalyst is making it really hard for me to be positive.
Wow, you make it really hard to not hate
Tanky, now you know where everybody else is coming from.
Before I'm spraying the miniature with positive.
Spray can of letter brown. I don't like that they're saying like prime in letter colors or prime in colors. Priming in colors is what I do because I'm lazy and I do things quickly.
It's not a bad idea to do if you can get a primer and a base coat all in one. It's not a bad idea.
I still base coat. That's part of the thing, though. I mean, there's no point in like your primer is there to either give you a first color and you build from there, or you know you're gonna fuck up because you paint 12 mechs at a time like I do, and you're like you're gonna miss something. So I mean, if it's you put a lighter green on top of your darker green, it's not gonna be terrible. I mean, I would have just said the basic like use a regular spray can of white, black, or gray.
Well, now
you say that you need to wash your minis with plastic minis. You need to wash them.
You should always, yeah.
Okay.
Mold release agents, they use them on plastic, resin, metal. Always wash your parts.
Okay.
Always wash your bits.
With FDM, I don't worry about it. Because I'm gonna melt the plastic if I try to wash them.
Yeah. I guess you don't have to worry about washing FDM.
But I mean, okay, maybe I should. Will it really improve my quality?
Deadgum, okay, what colors are they calling out for, though? Are they calling out for Army Painter?
No.
All sorts of things, actually. Vallejo, Games Workshop, Contrast, Gore, Grunt of Fur, AK, Scale 75, Vallejo, Scale 75, and Ultra Matte Varnish, aka something.
Look. I understand that the camo specs artists, given that they're freelancers and all that good stuff, I understand that, like if I was a camo specs artist right now, right? I've got Tamiya, Vallejo, Army Painter, Citadel, Mr. Hobby, AK markers. You know, I've got a variety. But you guys literally have a deal with Army Painter for an Army Painter Battletech themed paint box. Why are we not using Army Painter paints in the call out? Not that I'm a fan of Army Painter, I'm not. But why aren't we using Army Painter in our paint call outs?
Why don't we use the box of Army Paint? Yeah, the exact box of Army Painter paint that they have in their store that's sold out.
Well, and not only using the Battletech Army Painter box, I'm not saying use exclusively that because it's a very limited palette, but like whoever your camo specs artist was,
the small one, they have a small one that's very limited, but they have a big one with like 28 or 29 paints.
Okay, we can use that then. But either way, why not get your CSO guy that you're selecting for this project and be like, hey, dude, by the way, since we got this deal with Army Painter, can you try and paint it with as much Army Painter product as possible?
Tanky, it's easy.
Huh?
I'll give you two things. One, Project Synergy and CGL do not go together. We've told that.
Yeah.
And heavy
We're
metal
so
does not.
depressed.
Yeah.
Heavy metal does not actually use Citadel paints for a lot of their paints. They just label them on the back of the box.
I know. I'm like Bill Weathers. I know. But still.
But I do like their tutorial. It is well written. It should have a lot more pictures than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it's not bad.
The positive side to this painting tutorial, because I don't think Davion and Kurita had one, is that, well, I'm going to play Battletech, and I'm going to be a mercenary, and I'm going to use corn chips and quarters as my units, because you don't actually have to have models and miniatures painted to play this game. Haha. You're right. However, in Total Warfare, in the back, there is a painting, modeling, and kit bashing guide. And now, in the Mercenaries manual that you're going to be using, I don't know why you will, because we don't use special pilot abilities and quirks here in this group, so don't know why you're doing that. But it also has a paint guide in the back. You have no excuse to not have models. You have no excuse to not have painted models. Hell, dude, I got out of my truck today. I got out of my little turtle shell, and I primed some X today. If I can do it, you can do it.
Everybody can paint. You just need to sit down.
Here's the extra
paint.
8 pages that they added to the book. Is sheets.
Yeah. Those are unique mechs for various pilots, and not the ones that have specific earlier. But never mind. There's a dervish. There's a dervish with 2 LRM-15, which is and more armor. This one's a nasty. That's a nasty dervish. It does still have too much ammo for its SRM, because 2 tons of SRM ammo is way too much on a pair of SRM.
What kind? What? Oh, those kind. Well, 1 ton is clearly meant for Inferno bullets.
No, you just run 1 ton of Inferno. Like, fuck the rest. Like
1 ton of Inferno, and then start of the game, dump that. Or better yet, you can do. Hey, this is an option, players. I don't know if y'all know this, but you can actually deploy onto the table without ammo in your bins.
True. But it has 4 tons of 15s. It has 4 tons of 15s. It's 5.85. It has more armor than a basic dervish. This is a very good dervish, which will become standard, even though it's supposed to be unique. We've got a fast Scorpion that's 7.11 with a large laser and a medium laser and double heat sinks. That's actually cool because it's just weird and different. It's fun to see a Scorpion. We haven't seen one in the entire book, because there's no model for the Scorpion. Oh, wait, no, it's in the book. Never mind.
Huh.
But hey, I mean, 7-Eleven Scorpions is fun.
Well, real quick, 2 things. One, much like, so in the Kurita book, there was that section where it was like, this model of Kuritan Wolverine has a hatchet. Drop X amount of armor and these weapons. No record sheet. Just tells you how to do it. Like, that's lame. And then here, we don't get the record sheets for the mechs that it shows off. Instead, we get these special mechs, but no TRO section on them. Like, that's lame.
Actually, go to the combat manual. It's that they did the record sheets off the blurbs in the combat manual.
Of the blurbs, well, it could be worse. We've got a Crusader with 4 SRM-6, which is nasty. This is nasty. This is just a big mean. That's a Solaris machine.
No,
yes, it's supposed to. I know it's supposed to be bears, but no. I mean, this is what you bring to Solaris with a Crusader. A Crusader with 4 SRM-6 and Solaris is hilarious.
Does Fire Fist apply to kicks as well?
I don't think so.
This is what you bring to MechWarrior Online.
As well, yes. We've got an Archer with 8 SRM-4s.
Good God.
because someone likes SRM4s, I guess.
I'm going to dump all the Inferno bullets into that building. You figure out the construction factor after I set it on fire. Not my
Congratulations,
problem.
here's 15 heat, and I know you only have single heat sinks.
I mean, at
And
that
I know
point,
you can only take like what 8 external heat in a round.
15.
It's 15, so you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, perfect.
That's the max.
And here's a Tanky's favorite, the Orion with a sniper cannon.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. I gotta rotate. I'm gonna rotate my screen for this.
That has the ability to take out dropships at a range
using my AA targeting quirk.
This is what I thought the Stone Rhino was going to be.
I mean, it's not a sniper artillery piece. No, it's the full-on sniper cannon that takes up most of your right arm and all of your right torso.
No. You got it flipped. The cannon is the single map sheet, short range, small, snub nose howitzer. That's the full cannon.
Okay.
That shoots in map sheets. Or altitudes, if you think about it, because I have AA targeting, and so like, yeah, your dropship's coming down.
You still got 2 tons of
gonna
ammo.
do it.
This is gonna be a funny one. There's gonna be modern versions of this thing rolling around at some point.
Is there going to be a Perseus? Is there going to be a Perseus
You
kit
can't
with
do
it?
There's no way you can do a Perseus
It
kit
doesn't
like
have
that.
the crit slots.
You don't have
Why
the crit
not?
slots.
No,
Because you have endo steel and an XL engine, and you can't do a Perseus with that.
Then I'll put the cut down the sniper cannon on it. I'll put the sniper cannon on the Perseus.
You might be able to do it. There's a nasty Crockett also that I think Raphelia called the Baby Defiance. 2 PPCs, an AC-10, and 2 SRM4. It's basically a Defiance, but it is.
Sounds like it should have already been a variant of Crockett.
It is a very nasty Crockett. I mean, the only problem I have with it is that it's an AC-10 and not an LB-10X. Stick an LB-10. It has 15 double eat sinks. I have no idea how a Succession War mech, because it has Succession War tag, has 15 double eat sinks. But it has 15. It's 15 doubles. You eat 20 from the PPCs. You eat 2 from the.
You eat 3 from the
AC-10. If you shoot everything, do you 20
at a run
28 and you run? If you shoot everything and you jump, you're gonna start getting like 2 or 3. That's actually a good Crockett, because Crocketts are not supposed to overeat, because you have poor life support. So if you start overeating, the pilot actually dies. So it's a good thing.
Can I run this Crockett next to the EMP-2 Echo?
Sure. No reason why not. Well, Sattleford. Who's Sattleford? Unless he's a guy from Wayne's Wackos team. Probably could.
If it had just single heat sinks, then it would fit with the era.
Yeah. But it would run so terribly hot.
Don't fire both Don't fire 2 PPCs and the AC-10 per turn.
What are you talking about?
You have to alternate.
Face roll the controls and die in your cockpit. Because
or you could use a mech that requires thinking.
Mech that requires thinking. That's a good one. And then you've got the El Guapo. It is El Guapo's Banshees with 2 ER PPCs, an LB-10X, 2 medium pulse lasers, and a small laser. This thing is nasty, and they've got the wrong Banshee here, because it's a picture of a Banshee 3S, and this one is based off the regular Banshee with both of its full arms. So you are meant to shoot and scoot with it. So you walk up to the guy, punch him, and then shoot the PPCs. So you punch him with the one arm that doesn't have a PPC. You shoot both PPCs and the AC-10. And this one is, well, not quite over sync, because ER PPCs generate 15 each. So 18 doubles is what you would expect. This is a right proper Orky Banshee made by El Guapo. No, this is a very good Banshee. Those record sheets here, all those mechs here I would run or like to run at some point. Hey, at least, there's something good in that
Test
book.
them out.
We're going to tell them that the good part, you made a couple cool custom mech guys.
Yeah.
So should we buy this book? Absolutely not. It's an absolute not buy for me. Let's not even kid ourselves.
If you want this book, buy the combat manual when it's on sale on drive-thru.
I mean, you
Wait a minute.
you'll
Go
have
back up to
painted.
that awesome. Go back up to that awesome. That's an old model of awesome. That's not the new
Yes.
CGL awesome.
That's the in combat manual. I'm in combat manual now and not in Force Manual. So it's all the old stuff.
Oh, we're looking at combat manual now. My bad.
Yeah.
That's the old metal dervish. Because I have that on my table over there. We've got a jumping hatchet man, an old jumping hatchet man. We've got a guy who
he's
did
so
some
cool.
custom ear. We had a Shogun
Yeah.
and a Banshee. Yeah, it's a Banshee and a Shogun. And the Banshee's got a girder that is going to stick through that Shogun's center torso to blow it up.
I have.
And we've got a Sentinel that is going to have some issues here because it's facing.
Look at how
Annihilator
small the
in hand.
avatar is. Up one picture.
There is an issue with the model here. Yes.
I have taught one of my new players about, because she likes the idea of getting in close and punching. I taught her about remembering what hex arms have fallen in and trees, because you can get a club. I taught her the clubbing rules. She's
that
ready
is-
to go clubbing.
Yes.
I'm so
When
proud
you're in a
and
city
happy.
and everything's falling apart, you grab a girder and you stick it through a tank that's under you. There should be bonus damage for clubbing on a tank because you're going seal clubbing. So yeah, buy the combat manual on special if you need that book or want the rules for it. If you actually want to know about the various mercenary units, there's a site called Sarna that exists. It'll probably give you better information about them.
Or again, go to Drive-Thru RPG and buy the old field manuals.
Exactly. So this is a no buy. This is not a good book. It's not terrible because it's a reprint of a previous book, which was not terrible, but it's definitely not great. And remember, this killed the combat manual series. So remember that now. It might be useful later. Honestly,
I don't know. I dig it. I'm gonna get it and read it.
Yeah, it's your money.
I'm gonna be positive.
Yes. Be
Also,
positive.
look, I'm only gonna buy it if the local store that is putting my game on has it on the shelf. Fine. This is my purchase to support the local store, and I don't feel like adding another Gunpla to my pile of shame.
The local store I saw had one copy. I don't know if
I
they
haven't
got
checked
more.
mine. I haven't checked mine. I'm not interested in buying it at all. I have got that PDF copy, and that's all
When I
I'll
saw
ever
it, I
have
laughed
of it.
at it.
That's all I'll ever have of it.
Yeah.
So, all right.
But again,
Again, if the combat manual falls on special on drive-thru, buy that, and you'll save yourself money, and probably make the people at CGL mad, which might be a good thing. At some point, they might need to be a little bit mad to try to realize that we shouldn't be buying their slop, because this is slop. Let's use the proper modern Zoomer term for this. This is a slop book. This is literally, let's reprint as much as we can. Let's put digital assets everywhere and just sell it full price. There's no reason for this book to have been late or being sold full price.
And they still put misprints in it.
The Auti Cannon is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen.
We have to explore this next week. We have to figure out a way to program the Auti Cannon into a Mega Mech. The bestest and most creative, actually very human design, if you will, element of this book is the painting guide. And it's okay that it uses a mech that doesn't exist in the late Succession War through early Clan Invasions era.
Remember, okay, the best book CGL is going to release this year releases in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
In 3 weeks, we get the best book they're going to release this year.
Do we even know what it's going to be this year?
No,
Nope.
we never know until the day of. But we know it's going to be the best book they release this year.
It's going to be a Battletech Gothic XTRO.
I already said that.
I mean, if it's
Someone
that,
pull up-
I still dig it. I mean, it's
Someone
still
pull up
more
the,
mechs.
Someone pull up the call sheet betting market. I want to put 2 down. One is that it's going to be Battletech Gothic XTRO. The other is that it's going to have Brian Young's Gauss rifle equipped Phoenix Hawk that Gothic Katie deep throats monsters with. Makes monsters deep throat.
Something like that.
And then shoots the chaotic gaze with.
All right. I have to work tomorrow, unfortunately. Well, or fortunately. It's not. I was worried there for a minute, actually, because the schools, I was worried that there was going to be they were going to close the schools after, the last week was spring break for my kids. So I was worried that they were going to close the school tomorrow because of a nice little snowstorm. But there's supposed to be about a centimeter worth of snow falling. So that's not a snowstorm. We were supposed to have freezing rain today. We were supposed to have freezing rain today, and we just got regular rain. So I'm actually counting my blessings.
How many hamburgers in a centimeter?
It's a third of an inch. It's dusting. Nothing. Nubby's Number Factory. This is a silly game. It is funny. If you guys want to play a silly game, it's cheap. Nubby's Number Factory is a silly little game. There, yes. my plug for an indie creator.
For my fellow Americans, 1 centimeter is equal to 140 Smith & Wesson cartridge.
There we go.
That's how we learn the metric system.
How many cartridges?
It's one what card?
It's a 40 Smith & Wesson.
Oh,
or 10 millimeter.
I've shot 40 Smith & Wesson before.
I know what it is.
I know how big that is. Yes. Okay. So you're getting a 40 Smith & Wesson on the ground tomorrow. Okay. Makes sense.
Pretty much, which is nothing. So I about getting up hour early to clean up the car, like I sometimes have to. So I thank everybody for watching today. We have a video on the Marshall coming out tomorrow. It was a fun one to do. So I got a bunch of people actually painting mechs for me. So I painted them and didn't use them because my paint jobs are, my paint jobs. We got an original metal one. And Grayson Carlisle did a bunch of the other ones, which were pretty good. The same model I used, but you did a better job painting them. So we'll go with that. The Jengaos that I'm working on, though, are actually coming out really good. I'm actually happy about them. But that's also a mech that everybody's giving me pictures of because it's a great mech, and everybody should run a Jingao. It's really a good mech.
Oh yeah.
So Bomber I thank everybody watching.
Bomber cockpits rule.
Yeah, yes. So I thank everybody for watching. Say hi to your moms.